Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Wicked Late Show with me, Kim. So, I wasn't going to really come on tonight because, normally I come on the weekends. I got to be a good doobie and stick to my whole, doing whatever I do on a work night. But I had things I wanted to talk about, like random things and stuff like that was just going on in my head and everything. So first of all, I want to talk about my show that got banned on YouTube. So things that I didn't know that I think are kind of silly. So apparently one of the reasons that my show got banned was because in some countries that song All About That Bass is not allowed to be listened to. I don't understand what's wrong with that song All About That Bass. I'm trying to think what country are they not allowed to listen to that song? And then I had another video where I, had that song, Pitfire. Pitbull's Fireball. I'm so tired. Where I had that song. And so it wasn't just I had to acknowledge use of third party, whatever, because as if they don't make it enough freaking money, they gotta take, money or probably get ads for my videos. Seriously, poor girl, hello, do you know how much money I make? Nothing. And you're all concerned about me using your song in my little Wicked Late Show? I'm just telling you, you musicians are pitiful. But alright, so back to the topic. So not only did I have to acknowledge use of their information, but some countries, they can only watch my video up until the point where that song starts playing. So, I'm really trying to think. It's gotta be either North Korea. It's North Korea, right? With a psycho dude who's 5 foot, even. Oh no, wait a minute. He died. It's his son that took over. They're still psycho. What? They're trying to blow us up every 2 seconds. They got all these nuclear weapons? They're psycho. Or it's Russia. Because Russia, they pretend they're all nicey, but they're still psycho because they want to blow us up too. So it's one of the two. They're all control freaks. Oh, it could be China too. Because, China, they freaking can't have the iPhone either. Any country that you can't have the iPhone, I'm just guessing you're psycho. I'm sorry. Your government's a little controlling if they can't let you have just some simple little, phone. Well, the iPhone's not simple, but still, I'm sorry. So, yeah. So, I had to go and I guess click acknowledge. And also, do a statement of profanity. Because, I'm starting to say a lot of swear words sometimes on my show. And now all is right with the world. I mean, I'm still banned in those countries, which is so cool. I'm sorry, that's so awesome to me. I love that I'm banned. Yeah, I think it's awesome. But you can see the video now. In America, you can see the video. So go back on my channel and watch the video. Because that's freaking funny, yeah. I'm going to perfect this whole character of Mandy, I'm going to get better. You just wait and see. So anyways, what else did I want to talk about? Because, now I'm going off topic. So, oh yeah. So, one of the things I want to talk about that I just really was thinking about. So, obviously I say a lot of things that maybe are totally inappropriate. And off the cuff. But, so I was talking to somebody this weekend and I was kind of just telling them a little bit about my show and how I am. And I'm like, hey, this is kind of the way I grew up. This is just what I'm used to, saying how things are. My mom, she's who I have to thank for my for how I am. Just saying it how it is, and maybe like sometimes saying a little too much. I love you, Mom. Mwah! But really, like I learned early on as a kid that I needed to like mix a little bit of my bluntness with a lot of tactfulness. So when I was in the 3rd grade, my favorite story to tell people, I had this teacher who was a very large woman who wore clothes that looked like they were painted on. And so you remember handwriting class when you were a little kid? Like, I don't think they do handwriting class anymore because, like, nobody believes in cursive. Like, but seriously, it was like an ad form, Like, when we were little, we're like, oh, gotta make sure it's on the line. Like, the lowercase e goes up to the 2nd line. And then when it's, capital E, it goes up to the, oh no, wait a minute, lowercase e goes up to the 1st line, capital E goes up to the 2nd line, it was like, perfection. Anyways, so we were in handwriting class, and my big teacher, who I won't say her name because I don't want to embarrass her in case she's still alive, and that would just be super not cool. And if it's a woman, you never ever ever say her name about the weight and all that, and it's bad enough I'm talking about it. So anyways, she's walking up and down the aisles, checking on everybody's handwriting as we're doing our little E's and A's and uppercase and lowercase and blah, 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 blah. So, her hand painted on clothes that, like, she tucks in her shirt as if, like, you want to bring more attention to the fact that you're, like, 300 pounds. So you remember those little tiny yellow smiley faces you used to get when you got an A? Well, they put them right at the top. Right there, at the top. So, she had one stuck right smack dab in the middle of one of her butt cheeks. Like, no lie. Like you could not plan this. Like, not even, like, think of this for a movie. And she had black pants on. So, a little tiny yellow smiley face in the middle of this big-ass butt cheek. And her butt cheeks, so outside of the yellow smiley face, her butt cheeks always went like boom, 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 boom. I feel bad because, like, I still have a big butt and my butt still goes boom, boom, boom. But it's even worse when you really have a big butt and your big butt's going boom, boom, boom. And then you got this little tiny yellow smiley face going boom, 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 in the middle of the boom, boom, boom. So anyways, we all start laughing because, it's funny. I mean, don't you think it's funny? I think it's funny. So I feel bad. Because she gets all upset because she can't figure out why all us little, like, what are we, like, 10-year-olds? Laughing. So finally she turns around, her face is all red. And she's like, if somebody doesn't tell me what you guys are all laughing at, I'm keeping everyone after class. This is the hardest lesson I've ever learned about keeping my mouth shut. So, of course, I raised my hand. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not staying after class. So she calls on me, and before I could even control the words coming out of my mouth, I'm like, the reason why they're all laughing at you is because you're so fat. Let me just tell you, there are just moments like this in your life where you wish you could just, like, turn back the hands of time. That you could just eat your words and just, like, I have never, ever, ever been grabbed by, I got, like, whooped sometimes by my parents. Not whooped, but, I got a good lashing as a kid. Because I was a brat. I really was a brat. You haven't figured that out yet, have you? So anyways, but this was by far the worst experience ever in my whole entire life. Out of everything, she grabbed me by the collar, ripped me out into the hall, and she's going like this, yelling at me. And inside my head, I just was like, I don't understand. I thought you wanted to know why everybody's laughing at you. Why are you yelling at me? What did I say that was so wrong? And then I was just like, oh, I probably shouldn't have called you fat. So needless to say, I was after school. Everybody else went home. Anyways, so the moral of the story is, even now, with all my bluntness and the things that I want to say, I'm having a hard time as an adult saying to people what I would really love to say. Because I would really love to tell people how freaking stupid they are. I would really love to tell people how bad they look in that outfit. I would really love to tell people how much I dislike them and how much I wish they would shut the fuck up. But unfortunately, that horrible experience when I was in the 3rd grade scarred me for life. You know, I was like, notice how I'm making myself out to be the victim? I was just like, oh my God, I could never be blunt again. I could never tell people the brutal truth, the brutal, honest truth, because nobody wants to hear it. Nobody ever wants to hear the honest to God truth. But let me just tell you, people, sometimes you really need to hear the honest to God truth, because there are moments when nobody wants to hear you. Like, I'm sure nobody wants to hear me right now. But listen, no, seriously. There are moments when people could care less. Like, when people ask, how are you doing? Nobody really cares how you're doing. They don't want to know if, like, you know, you're depressed because your boyfriend did this to you, or, like, your girlfriend cheated on you, or, like, you had a bad day at work. Nobody cares. Nobody... I'm going to tell you right now. Nobody gives a flying fuck how you really are. Because everybody's selfish. Everybody. So here's the thing. I have learned to not the word I wanted to use. Notice how tired I am. I already said that. I have learned to exercise controlled bluntness and with a slight amount of tact. It's kind of like saying fuck you with a smile. But there are times that, like I said, I would really like to say more. So hopefully you appreciate my brand of bluntness. I wanted to say that like really fast, but I'm like, wait a minute. If I say that really fast, it's going to come out really wrong and I'm going to totally screw up and just say it all blah, 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 blah. So anyways, that's really what I wanted to come on and talk about. I wanted to give you a little background into my rambling life and why I am the way I am. You know, like I said, I really like it. Personally, me, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I like who I am. I appreciate who I am. And really, if you don't like me, I really don't care. Like I said, I love my mother. I love her. I thank her for making me the woman that I am. Because she's an awesome woman too. And if you don't like us, well, screw you. Okay? Oh, and I love my daddy too. My dad's a great man too. You know. But he didn't give me my bluntness. Totally different stories there. We'll save that for another day. Anyways, that's it for the Wicked Wicked Late Show. Hopefully you enjoyed my little tangent and you enjoyed my little story about the 3rd grade telling you, well, about how I told a teacher she was fat when I really didn't mean to. Listen, I would never honestly make fun of a woman being overweight. Yeah, that's just not nice, you know? I mean, I got a fat ass. I would never tell another woman she's got a fat ass. At least not on purpose. No, never. I would tell you you look bad in those jeans, though. Don't wear those jeans. No. Don't. Those yoga pants. We talked about those yoga pants. Oh. All right. I gotta go. I'm tired. All right. Hope you have a good night. See you later. Bye.